America is around that time, right here on KAZ Radio, Cleveland's online inspiration station. And we got some mean green coming your way. And I ain't talking about money, I'm talking about vegetables. None other than Shaka Lee and Mika, and you know my cousin, none other than Beverly Yates. How are you ladies doing today?
Good, I'm great.
Doing great. Thanks for having us.
You know what? I'm excited to have you because everybody in my family, except for me, has gone green. Everyone has gone mean green. Tell me, what's going on? What's going on?
Are we talking about veganism?
Yeah, mean green.
Vegan. Yeah.
Why is everybody going green? I'm not talking about green hair. I'm talking about why is everyone eating green?
I think there's a few reasons. Like, I know recently, right, a movie came out called What the Health, a documentary, which we can go into that. That came out, it's, like, available on Netflix. I think folks have been watching it and just, like, been having some jaw-dropping moments. But I think also, like, folks are starting to, like, come into, like, really listening to their bodies, and that's kind of been this other movement that's been going on recently where folks are realizing that, like, we, that we are, some of us are getting sicker, right? And then also some of us want to, like, try new things out. Like, we don't want to eat the same things that we were eating before.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We want to know, like, where our food is made, where it comes from, like everything you hear about Monsanto or genetically modified foods, and knowing that, like, we used to know how to grow food, and now we don't know where our food necessarily comes from, but it's important to know, like, the process with which it was growing to know that it's healing or feeding us in a healthy way.
Okay, I mean, is this really like, is this just a way to make money for the guys that grow tomatoes and pickles and greens? I mean, is that what it really is? Is it really about being healthy conscious, eating green?
Yeah.
Well, we should pay those people really well, because otherwise we wouldn't be able to eat, and we wouldn't be able to make medicines, or, like, everything comes from to sustain our lives, and we should be paying those people probably more than we should be paying the people that are playing sports that are necessarily not going to, like, nourish our bodies. But yeah, I think we should pay the people that grow food a lot.
Well, here, listen to me. Because I got tons of questions. I know you got some questions too, Ben, but it seems as though to me that Americans are always on a fad. I mean, it's like, don't eat eggs, eat eggs. Don't drink coffee. Oh, now coffee's good for you. Don't eat meat. Remember when Oprah said don't eat meat?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, she got a lawsuit.
And did the meat cartel not go after her?
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
And so now we're eating green, and I'm trying to figure out my guy, James Abram, who I work out, who's my workout guy, personal trainer. Mm-hmm. He pulls out this chart of what I should eat.
Right.
Carbs, very little. Mm-hmm. Protein, so-so. But greens took up half of half of 2/3 of half, and the others was 2/3.
Right.
What is this?
Because you want to give your body live food.
Yes.
Live food.
We are a live entity,
Yes.
so why would we feed it dead substances?
Or something that has a shelf life of, like, 3 years.
Yes, or eternity. When they talk about the Twinkies that they buried. I
That's
don't know if
scary.
it's a true story, but they say they uncover them and that they are still intact.
Ew.
So sugar is, like, off the chart.
Yeah, well,
Preservative.
I agree with you, ladies. Sugar isn't good for you. But I think a good steak now and then is perfectly fine. What do you think, Mika?
Well, yeah, I think if you had a goat in the backyard and a cow in the backyard, and you saw that it was eating this healthy grass, but if you don't know, it might be living in a cage its whole life from birth to full size, and it might be, like, totally in a depressed, it might be sitting in its own fecal matter, and, like, besides that, like, it's part of a larger structure of corporations that, like, are deciding how this industry is made, and like if you had a choice, would you eat something that looked healthier even when you cut the meat and you see it? Would you choose when you go grocery shopping? Do
Sure.
you pick something that's healthier
Sure.
and better for you than when you're eating something that's
Yeah,
not?
I totally agree with you on this. As far as making healthy choices, no doubt about it. And I'm really excited to have Mean Green here. I mean, that's not the name of your company, is it?
Yeah, it's the org.
Oh,
Yep.
that's the name of the company,
Yeah.
Mean Green. Now, this cook-off that
Yes.
you're having, and then we'll get into some other things. This cook-off you're having is right there in the hood, 11401 St. Clair Avenue in Glenville. I mean, nothing wrong with the hood. Don't get me wrong.
Big GV.
It's not too far from 105. Matter of fact, my wife works over at the J. Glenn Health Center, right down the street. Why there?
Yeah, I've been vegan for 4 years, and like often the vegan like spaces that I enter in are like very like white and affluent. And I think that there's like black vegans like me, there's black vegans who live in Cleveland, there's POC vegans, there's people of color vegans that are out there, but like this event is like for those folk specifically. It's for like not only like promoting like tasty vegan food, but like promoting it in like the communities that we come from, right? And and so like that's what we're about. That's the difference between like Mean Green and maybe another vegan organization in Cleveland. Like we're not about just like, oh, like save the animals and stuff. Like we're about like promoting it with our families, with our friends.
Say it like it. Say it.
Yeah.
Say it like it. This is for black folk. You trying to get black folk to eat healthier.
Yes.
I mean, is that and to understand the value in eating healthy, eating greens, and what I like about this event is that there's a cook-off, a vegan cook-off where you have to actually submit the ingredients of your meal, cook it, and it can have no animal byproducts.
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
I guess I won't be at that event, but I'm sure.
Tell him there's some
That's
meat
why
going to
we
be there.
have
He'll come. Tell him
No,
the
Okay,
meat's
wait.
for you
there.
to taste all the different things and for free. Just come and taste all these people who are black and brown that are making delicious food, and you can just taste it and say, oh, I was kind of scared of something that didn't have meat or butter
Or grease
dairy in
or
it.
sugar.
And now you can be like, I just tasted like 10 different things because we have 10 different contestants.
Okay.
And be like, I might be able to survive off of this
Okay.
and cook it.
Now, Bev, let me tell you something.
Okay.
Bev, let me tell you something. I went to this restaurant in Willoughby.
Uh-huh.
I want to say it was Brim. I think the name is Brim.
Okay.
And my kids, like I said, my kids are all eating this healthy green stuff. So, Pops wants to join in, and I see a vegan burger.
Okay.
And I said, hey, let me have that vegan burger. I mean, hey, I want to be a part of
Right.
the most nastiest thing I ever eaten in my life. Now, my son says, Dad, I wouldn't have ordered that. Even the waiter said I wouldn't have ordered that. But they know places that make really good vegan burgers with some crispiness and some crust around the edges.
Yeah.
This thing was like eating
Soft.
mush.
Well,
Was it
sometimes-
beans? Was it black beans?
Yeah,
I don't like
think
black
it
bean
was.
burgers
Black-
either.
Sometimes
to be
people
honest.
just, at a restaurant, they just offer something vegan and they really don't know anything
They put
about
no-
seasoning something
put no
vegan
thought
or
in it.
no thought
If
at
you
all.
cooked steak and you didn't
Right.
put any seasoning on it, would it taste good?
No, it wouldn't.
Right.
Neither does tofu.
Right,
Right.
absolutely.
Right, and that's what my son was explaining to me. But this place had a lot of little V's. You know how they, restaurants put a lot of little dishes had little V's. By
Yeah, because like you said, it's kind of like a fad for some people, and
Okay.
they gravitate to it. That doesn't mean that people behind the counter know what they're doing.
They're doing. They're doing.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I think that's like another goal too of the cook-off. We really want to encourage like black and brown chefs who cook more plant-based foods in the Cleveland area to like really like continue and go after their dreams and of like opening brick and mortar stores. Like we want Cleveland to have Like, we don't want it to just be like a California thing,
And
or
not
like,
and not have to go always to the west side to get something good vegan.
Exactly. And like, and to even diversify the options in Cleveland. Like, currently, I'm not necessarily satisfied with all the vegan options here.
Right.
Like, they don't always like include things that I'm necessarily familiar with, or grew up with. But they definitely could. Like, I'm still trying to find some mac and cheese here.
Yeah.
That is like that I can get on a regular basis. We found some like at a pop-up.
Vegan Vicky.
Yeah, vegan Vicky.
Okay.
She's great, like a powerhouse. Like, already has her own following here. She's one of the judges on Saturday. But she currently has pop-ups. But we really want to encourage folks here to have like brick and mortar stores. We want like more Black and people of color businesses. We want them to be green businesses, and we want like folks to like try and.
What was your motivation behind it? I mean, what was your motivation to want to see people of color in this genre of cooking? I mean, what happened? Did you go to a white restaurant and they didn't feed you or something? I mean, seriously. What was your motivation?
I mean, that's a bit of it. Like, definitely a bit of it. But like, I also like, I'm just like passionate about like Black folk. Like, I couldn't imagine like doing this type of work with folks who aren't in, and if I can't talk to people in my family or people who like look like my family about veganism, then like what is the point? Like, I'm just like like trying to do something that's like for my for myself, and like that's just been my aim. And also like I've like lived a bit in like Detroit and Chicago that has like, and both of those places have like pretty big like specifically Black vegan communities, and like I want to see that here. And like I didn't become vegan until I moved to Detroit, and I was like surrounded by Black vegans who were like, we're growing our own food, we're opening our own businesses, we're on, and like I'm like, oh wow, like I want to see if that's here already. I want to, and if it's not here, I want to like be a part of creating it.
So tell me something, Mika. I notice your hair is turning green. Is this a byproduct of eating vegan, or
I'm just really passionate about green? Yeah,
you're really passionate about it. I'm wondering. Okay, let me ask you this. I'll be honest. Vegans. There's a difference between a vegan and a vegetarian. Am I correct on that?
Absolutely.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. So can you explain to my audience who are all pretty much carnivorous, what is the difference between a vegan and a vegetarian? Anybody?
Yeah, there's.
Oh, did you wanna?
No, you go ahead.
Oh,
You're the expert here today.
Oh no. Yeah. So vegans, they have no animal byproducts, right? And then vegetarians have like mostly don't eat meat. And then and so a big example, right, is like mac and cheese, of course, right? Like with dairy, like has has the butter, has the milk, it has the dairy cheese.
Right.
That is something that a vegetarian could eat, right? Mostly because they're like, that doesn't have any meat in it.
Right.
Yeah, but a vegan is like, oh, what kind of what kind of milk is it? What kind of cheese is it?
Right.
They're asking all those questions, and if it derives from an animal, that vegan is not eating that mac and cheese.
So are you guys now? Who's vegans and who's vegetarians in the room?
Vegan. Oh, we're all non-meat, no animal products.
Okay.
There's also other kinds.
Wait, I have a question. Just any of you married?
What?
Are any of you married?
No.
Not yet.
Yeah, because you know why?
Why?
Because men want meat.
Not all of them. Not all of them. Some of those old hippies from the 60s and 70s, they're still holding on.
Yes, and also we have Curtis Robertson is a promoter of healthy living as well, and he's going to be answering questions on Mean Green on Saturday, and he eats a vegan diet that is purely fruits and nuts.
Wow.
And this is a grown man, like 6'3", whatever, like, and
muscles,
very muscular, just like a Black man that's very healthy, and he has not eaten. He's always, since he was 14 years old, eating mostly fruit and seeds.
You know what, ladies? You know, you're almost convincing me. You're almost convincing me. But I know my wife. She makes the best macaroni and cheese in the universe.
Yeah.
And I could never give that up.
But sometimes, my father, he was so wise, and he used to say, when you're making a big change like that in your life, you want to take a slow U-turn to it and not a quick left.
Quick right.
Quick right.
You want to gradually get it. Because that's what my son is doing. Uh-huh. He started off vegetarian, and now he's gone. Now he really said, Dad, I really want to go vegan.
Right.
I mean, he really wants to go vegan. But can I ask you guys to do me a favor, all you vegans and vegetarians out there? When the rest of us that want to enjoy a little bit of meat here and there, don't judge us.
I don't judge.
No, don't.
You can ask my family. We have like full cook-off. Like when my family gets together, like it is like
right.
Like
you're from Detroit, right?
Well, no, I'm from Cleveland. Cleveland. Yeah, East Side. My family has deep roots in Glenville.
Right.
Like
fried chicken.
Yeah, no, I grew up eating like pork chops, ribs, like whatever, meatloaf, fresh, like everything, like fish fries. My grandfather who just passed away, he famous for fish fry. Like, and when I tell you, I still dream of fish, which and that's cool. But
join the pescatarian system. Come over to the other side.
But something like all of that can change. Like, and it's. And when I'm with my family, I've never, you can ask them, I'm never when are you going to go vegan, things like that. Like, this is what I do. I make the best dishes that I have that's vegan, and then I place it right next to all the other food.
Potato salad.
You can tell them, I do this, and then I just drop it. And so, if they're making punch, I'm making fresh juice that's, I've squeezed with,
tea.
Yeah, if they're making, I'm doing the same thing. I make my own vegan mac, and I just see, and, to be honest, a lot of us, a lot of people in my family, a lot of black folk I know are lactose intolerant.
Right.
They can't even eat mac and cheese for real. They can't fully enjoy it, but, they can have my kind, you know?
Right.
And still, and make it to the next day.
Well, you guys are very impressive in all that you're doing. I'm looking forward to Mean Green Vegan Cook-Off, Saturday, August 19th at 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Folks, come out. There's a $500 grand prize to the best dish, is it?
Yep.
Really? The best dish. Now let me ask you something. Now, this is who's your judges on these dishes? Because it shouldn't be another vegan.
Oh.
It should be me.
Well, that's why we have our second prize, which is $200.
Okay.
And you can come on Saturday, and we want all the public to come, and you can vote to see which one is your favorite.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this is the venue.
Yeah. This is the venue a few weeks ago.
A few weeks ago?
Oh, you were constructing it?
No.
Yeah,
It was our...
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
Yep.
Now, can I just we gotta deal with the rules.
Yeah.
Okay, because, you sort of put something on there that, I don't know, it may hurt some folks' feelings.
Oh.
Like what? What did they put on it? No meat?
Non-whites.
Oh.
Come on, guys. I mean, we just got done having a big issue with this in Charlottesville, Virginia.
That's a big issue.
And why do we want to exclude anybody?
Yeah, I think my standpoint has always been Black liberation and all that I do.
Sure.
And the event that I'm throwing, the event that I'm organizing, I'm promoting, I want those chefs to come, because often what I see on the cooking show, and I love all the Food Network, all those, I watch cooking shows all the time, especially competitions.
Yes.
I never see Black folk. I never see.
Sure you do.
I see some, and if I see them, they're losing. I've almost wanted to write articles about it. Like when the Black folk is going to lose the competition. And I'm saying that this event that I'm throwing with this group, that we're this is what we're about, and it's like we're having some white folk come to promote
We're gonna have our food
Yeah.
and cooked by our people,
Our people,
black
right.
and brown folks.
Right,
And
and
I
it
think
says that.
they have everything
Right.
else. They have everything else. And this is one space that we've created, and we are absolutely going to put our people front and center, and
Well,
that is totally fine.
I think it's good that all the competitors, are people of color, because that's what you're trying to. But I want to make sure that anybody can come.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, Mika over there. Mika
I know she got like, I don't know if that's gonna be cool.
I don't know. Wait.
I mean, because we're not going to have a bunch of people of color cooking for white folks, so we don't want to have it be like all
Okay,
white people
okay,
coming
Mika,
through. We are
Mika,
definitely publicizing this to the
Mika,
black and brown
Mika,
communities.
my wife is white.
Okay.
Okay, so I gotta say, hey, babe, you got to stay home
No.
because this
She
is.
can come because she's your wife.
Oh,
okay.
Mika, guys, okay, wait a minute. The green food, okay, is good for everybody, isn't it?
Absolutely. And I think what we're always about, like, we're pro things, right? We're not anti. Like, I'm not.
Right.
I spend no energy being like,
anti, right?
Yeah, I spend all my energy like being pro black, pro people of color. So.
Well, you know what? Here again, folks, you're listening, and I know I have all kind of people listening to this. They're not excluding anybody, except in the area of the competition. They want to have African Americans, African descent, Asians, Pacific, and white folks stay away if you want to cook something. But everyone is welcome to enjoy. Am I right? I'm not gonna ask Mika. Mika really got an attitude with y'all white folk. No, I'm just kidding. No, but I understand. Trust me, Mika. Off the air, I'll tell you some stories. But
Okay.
yeah, I totally understand.
Yeah.
Totally understand, and I'm excited for it. So, Beverly, do you have some questions you want to ask? Because I know you have a show coming up
Well, I
in the
do.
next few weeks.
Yes, I'm believing that will happen.
Yeah.
I'll be talking about veganism and among other things for wellness. But that will be one of my focal points. It's called the Vegan Well, based on Bible scripture. Come dip your finger in the water and come cool your tongue, because that tongue gets us in trouble in a lot of different ways when it's hot, with conversations, other information, and what we put in it. So I want them to come and cool that tongue, and we're going to find ways to do that, whether it's food or whether it's on your spirituality level and also just your physical level. So I'm looking forward to it, and hoping people that are listening will tune in. I believe you will.
Absolutely.
Yes, we
Okay.
will.
That sounds
Thank you.
awesome.
Now you have some pretty awesome people that are judging this. Let's start off with one of the first judges, Chef Yolanda Ramos. How did you get her to be a part of this?
Yeah, Yolanda Ramos, she has a company with her partner, I forgot her name, but the Healthy Living Kitchen, and they go around giving workshops in farmers markets or restaurants that promote how to cook with vegetables and making delicious, healthy food.
Okay.
She herself said that it's like a really transformative change that happened. So she's a certified personal chef. And so she knows that it's like, she's Puerto Rican.
Okay.
She knows that her people eat a lot of meat.
Yep.
But that it's changed her life to be more positive, better mental health, better physical health. So that's why we knew that Yolanda Ramos, we're so happy that she would be willing to come and be one of our chef judges.
Well, I look forward to that. And then you have this sister here, Chef Vegan Vicky.
Yeah, I know a bit about her story. It's really awesome. She, I'm almost positive she switched to becoming vegan after being diagnosed with cancer, and completely kicked cancer's butt, right? By changing, and that's something that's a longer conversation. Just like what you can do when you change to a plant-based diet, and especially and more so what you can do when you know exactly what's going into your body.
Right.
And so that's what happened is since then she's made it a business. She just released a cookbook that's like awesome. She's opening a brick and mortar soon, and now she has pop-ups throughout the Cleveland area. I go to all of them. There's going to be one on the 20th, right
On
after.
Sunday.
Yeah, right. Which
Barbecue.
it's going to be a barbecue.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Where?
Vegan barbecue.
Vegan barbecue pop up, and I'm pretty sure it's it's on the west side.
I'll pull it up right
Yeah,
now.
we'll pull it up.
Don't hit the table.
Okay, cool. Sorry.
Mhm.
And but that's her story, and she completely switched. It's also, I think, pretty spiritual for her as well.
Okay.
I know it's also been like a part of her walk with God and things like that. Yeah.
Awesome. Now, you know what, I just want to get some clarity on this, and maybe this might be a little bit off the subject, but one thing I'd been doing some research on marijuana,
Okay.
and it's fascinating, are the healing attributes,
Yes.
especially the hemp oil has. Is that something that you think will become more and more acceptable in our society? Because I mean, people were accepting the vegan thing, and now I'm thinking, man, if we add some weed to this,
Yeah.
we'll live forever.
Yes. Because it's nothing new.
Okay.
You know, it's centuries old where they use cannabis for
Right.
healing. Because, you know, you've got two different strains of that cannabis plant. You've got the THC, which in Hinduism they called it they got the indica, which is
Okay.
in Hindu means nighttime, and then you got the sativa part of this plant, which they call the CBD, which means daytime in Hinduism. So you've got this, you know, people are using it for two different things, and
Right.
and a lot of people, they're not using it to get high, they're using it for the healing properties of whichever part of that plant they need.
Wow. Because I was watching a guy making oils with it.
Right, Rick Simpson oils.
And now a question for you: Is it okay, Mika, if I put some cannabis in my vegan meals? I think I could eat more. I could become vegan if I could have cannabis. Is that possible? Is that?
I mean,
I'm just joking, but it's very valuable. I'm hearing a lot of
It's a
good things
plant.
about
I
it.
think
It's a
people
plant.
put it in their smoothies. I've heard that.
They put it in
And the
everything.
brownies?
The brownies,
Yeah.
gummy bears. If you go to California, it will blow your mind.
It doesn't necessarily get you high though. The
No,
hemp
well,
oil
they've got-
doesn't get you high.
They've got the two
Right.
different parts of
Right.
the plant.
Of the plant.
Right. You got the
doesn't-
CBD that doesn't get you high, and then you've got the THC, which does,
Which gets
and
you-
then some are hybrids, which means they get both in the
Oh,
plant.
wow, cuz you know a whole lot about
Oh,
that.
yes, I do. Yes, I do.
I think that was not a
I'm from the
question.
70s. I'm from the 70s. From the 70s.
You gotta have a whole show just what
That's
you thought about the
right,
weed,
that's
because
right.
you are very, very informative. Well, folks, for those of you out there listening and checking us out on Facebook Live and all the other outlets, Mean Green Vegan Cook-Off, Saturday, August 19th, coming up this Saturday from 2 to 8 p.m., $500 grand prize. I guess you already have your participants, so you just need to come out. I don't know if there's still time to register, or...
Yeah, absolutely. You can still compete. Just gotta let us know.
But you can still come. You can come even if you don't have a ticket. You can come
It's
through.
free.
Yep.
Okay, and they can come and taste the food for free too, or do they have
Yep.
to buy a ticket to buy the food?
Nope, you can come taste everything for free.
But if you
Really?
if you want to judge, right? If you want to
Vote.
when there's going to be a people pleaser prize, right? And that prize is for $200.
Wow.
If you want to be a part of that, you can buy a raffle ticket and be a part of that, but you don't, you know.
Win prizes.
Yeah, and you can also win prizes with that, but it's free.
Well, ladies, I really want to tell all three of you, I'm so very impressed with each and every single one of you for what you're doing, where you're desiring to take this this vegan cooking. You know, it is something that we definitely need. I know I joke a lot, but I know it is good for us, you know, as a people, and we need to really, really consider changing our habit, the way we eat. So, meangreencle.com is the website. You want to log on to that website. You want to check these sisters out. Again, there's the information on your screen. Please, please, please go and support, and you will not be sorry. And especially if you go and watch that movie on Netflix first, and then go to this, your life will be changed forever.
Forever.
Forever and ever, ever. Any last comments? Any last things you want to say?
See y'all Saturday. That's it.
Well,
Thank you too for having us. Really appreciate it.
I really appreciate you guys coming on KAZ Radio as well. And cousin, any last thing you want to say?
Just peace, love, and soul. See you guys next month.
All right, 70s baby. All right.